Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your overall monthly reading for July 2020. I am so glad to have you here. A big happy birthday to all of my Cancer folks out there who have already celebrated a birthday or are currently celebrating a birthday now or in the immediate future. I'm so glad to have you all here as always. It is wonderful to share your energy and have you be part of the collective. If you have not been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by and visiting with us, and welcome as well to my new and returning subscribers. If you have not yet done so, I do invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family, and also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. As always, guys, the first few quick notes before we get started any reading, that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Cancer. This is mostly going to be for Cancer's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign, so do check the placements on your personal natal chart to get even more messages from other readings. So if these resonate with you, feel free to claim those as yours. If they don't resonate with you, kick them on out to another Cancer who it is meant for. So if you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of that info and links will be down below in the description box, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I always start by talking about your astrology for a few minutes before we jump into the cards. If you want to jump ahead to the tarot, go ahead and do so, but I always say that it's great to get you know, the little astrology hints and tips, because there's always a lot that sort of intertwines with the card reading. And I am an astrologer, so I gotta say I get a lot out of the astrology myself, and I'm always glad when other people do as well. So here is our chart that I have run for July 2020. There's a lot of notes on there. Cancer, this is your time. This is your special time of the year when the sun is moving through your sign. Also, we are in a Mercury retrograde that is in the sign of Cancer as well. So you are definitely going through a lot of review mentally, emotionally. Cancer is a sign of nostalgia and sentiment and, you know, kind of thinking about and processing the past. It is the soul's origins. You are the childhood, the roots of the spirit. So Cancer, you're a very, you know, very intuitive, very spiritual sign. You're the first water sign of the cycle. You're the, you know, the fourth sign of the zodiac, but that makes you the first water sign where you start to get in touch with those deeper emotions. And so when Mercury is in your sign and it's moving retrograde, you are definitely going to be going through a lot of review, a lot of mental revision, you know, getting more clarity, getting more understanding of your past and things that you have been through. You know, all of us are going to be communicating more from the realm of the intuition at this time. So that's going to be actually leaving retrograde motion on July 12th. That'll put, you know, Mercury back in motion direct. So it will be getting out of that, and you will be feeling a little bit more clear-headed, a little less confused about some things, because Mercury is our planet of communication and thought. And so when it is in retrograde, we do have a hard time going directly forward sometimes with our communication. I would also point out that the full moon, which is always very special to Cancer, being your ruling luminary, that will be a full moon on July 5th in the sign of Capricorn, and it will be also a lunar eclipse. So guys, that's going to be very, very powerful for you. I do full moon readings, so always check those out. I will be posting those right on, or, you know, a few days before the full moon hits on July 5th. We do have a lot of Capricorn energy as Saturn is retrograde, has gone back in Capricorn. So we do have three planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, moving through the sign of Capricorn. That is doing a big push and pull sort of dance for you, Cancer, because that is your polarity. That will be, you know, happening in that opposite side of your universal chart. So the relationship house is getting very, very highlighted and impacted by that. So Cancer, don't be surprised if you guys are going through quite a lot in your realm of relationships and emotional connections with other people. All kinds of partnerships are affected by that transit. And that can be very challenging. Some of those are very tough. You know, the presence of Saturn and Pluto together in Capricorn have been really doing quite a number on you guys, I know. And so it's a lot to balance. It's a lot of balance required this month energetically. So hang in there with that, guys. I know that it's not always the easiest. We do have Mars in the sign of Aries. Aries is a square energy to you. And the squares are the more challenging, more friction-causing aspects. So don't be surprised if you sometimes sort of feel like there's a little bit of a fire lit under you at the same time. And you may not always feel ready to take action, Cancer. But it's kind of like it's really pushing you. It's lighting that fire. It's making you just uncomfortable enough to where you say, I have got to get up. I've got to do something. I can't just sit here anymore and not take action in my own life. So there's quite a lot of energy at play astrologically for our month of July, and you know, really running through the rest of this year. There's quite a lot, so hang in there with us. I'll always be sure to give you as much as I can, update you about the planetary motions. Venus will be going into your sign next month in August, which I am looking forward to. And I'm sure you will be as well, because that means it's going to get Venus out of that 12th house for you universally. Finally, when Venus is in that 12th house, especially when it's been retrograde the way that it was until June 25th, oh my goodness. Cancer, it has been a lot of deep soul searching when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to love, when it comes to partnerships. And I definitely feel for you. I have a lot of empathy because I know it's been very challenging for all of us in its own way. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. I'm going to pull a major arcana to represent your energy, a couple oracle cards, and then we're just going to dig into a full tarot spread for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Cancer as we do their July 2020 overview monthly reading. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout this month and throughout this session, and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. All right, Cancer, like I said, this could be a real time of soul searching, and the Hermit is the card that comes up as your universal energy for the month of July. The Hermit is associated with Virgo, so don't be surprised if, you know, you feel a little bit of also that need to do some balancing around your health or your well-being. It's a great time to, you know, reconsider your diet, your exercise routine, how well you're sleeping, how much water you're getting. It's really time to improve health and wellness overall. And the Virgo energy of the Hermit is really also about seeking that inner truth, looking for what's really true for you, what's really vital for you, following that lantern, following that inner light, you know, of your truth, that star that's lit for you in the dark, right? So let's pull an animal spirit card. Let's see what comes up from the animal world to guide and, you know, just sort of give you some inspiration throughout this month of July. Oh, I like that. So interestingly enough, Cancer, most of this month is ruled by your sign, but then on July 22nd, we go into the sign of Leo. And the spirit animal that you pulled is the lioness, about protection, sovereignty, royalty, right? Nobility. It's really about standing in your own power, standing in your own energy. It's also a very creative energy to me. Leo the lion is all about that. I really love these cards. These are so pretty. They are the Divine Animal Oracle. I just got them recently. And I just love the way that they've done this. She almost looks like a high priestess or hierophant in this card. You know, it's like she really holds like some mysteries to life, you know, holding the Ankh. And it's like, to me, that is so beautiful because Cancer, all Cancer people go through a Leo progression astrologically, you know, in their lifetime. So, you know, Leo is a special sign for you, Cancer, as well, because you will go through that solar progression in that sign and you will learn a lot of lessons there. So let's get a chakra card. Let's get a crystal to help with your healing. I'll also say, I'm still thinking about that lion energy, the lioness. It's the feminine side of the lion, which I also really like because Cancer, you are a feminine sign. Leo is a masculine sign, and the lioness is kind of like both worlds. It brings in that masculine and the feminine kind of, And so to me, it's like, this is about you standing in your pride and your self-worth. It's not about ego. It's not about arrogance or vanity. This is about true, healthy self-confidence and knowing your value. So that's a special message for a lot of my Cancers out there. I like this. Oh, the dioptase. This is such a beautiful crystal. I do not personally have a dioptase, but I have looked at them and they are just, they have an amazing feeling. They are a heart chakra stone. This is about finding direction through the heart chakra. So Cancer, like I said, Venus having been in Gemini, and it will be in Gemini for the rest of this month, that means it's been moving through your 12th house. Universally, the 12th house is the Pisces house. And so there's a lot, many times confusion, but it's also spirituality. It's also a very deep soul connection with the divine. So I would say that for all of you out there, it's like you've been probably experiencing different aspects of that. Some of you, it's the more difficult parts of like really trying to navigate some confusing emotions around relationships. But this is also reaching out to the divine, feeling the love from spirit, and helping to let that be your direction. So definitely some, heart chakra work is on the board for July 2020 here, guys. And I would say that, if you use a heart chakra stone, that's great. If you want to use dioptase or rose quartz or rhodonite, rhodochrosite, chrysoprase, all these are really great. Aventurine, peridot, all those are great for the heart chakra if you have them. And you can also look up on YouTube and find heart chakra sound therapy, healing vibrations that you can actually listen to either while you sleep, while you meditate. That can help to balance and strengthen that heart chakra, especially for those of you who've been through some big emotional ups and downs. So let's move Mr. Dragon on over here, and we're going to dig into your tarot. Let's get a full spread, full story for you, for my Cancers out there, Spirit. What do you have to tell them? This is a general monthly reading, guys. So this is going to be, could be about love, work, whatever messages that they want to bring through for you, and what story is unfolding for July. Ooh, okay, so there is a lot of new beginnings here, Cancer. I like this. At the center, and I'm using the Rider-Waite for the main spread. I'm clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot. So the Page of Wands is at the center of your spread this month. So that to me is new beginnings. It's Aries energy. But yeah, it's all about something fresh, something that starts more enthusiasm, energizes you. It's fire energy. Sometimes this can be new messages. Pages many times are messages coming through. Could be from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somebody with some fire energy, or just at least somebody that gets you fired up about something new that's coming through in your life, because you are coming to the end of some cycles this month and ready to go into some new energy. Yeah, and on top of this, we do have the Five of Cups. So Cancer, I believe that for many of you, this is going to be leaving behind some heartache, some, disappointment, some broken heart feelings, some grief that you have been struggling with. Like I said, with Venus being in that 12th house, this can really bring up those soft, sensitive emotions. Mercury retrograde in your sign makes you start to review things that have been really difficult. So new energy coming in, and it's kind of helping to move some of that out. Remember, those 2 cups in the past, you're right behind her, those are still standing. So you're not all is lost there, Cancer. You're just going through you know, some real disappointment, some things that really just weren't right for you. But I do believe that you're coming from a more positive perspective, because your immediate past card here is the Sun. So the Sun is the most positive card of the tarot, and to me, when that's coming in anywhere, it really does bless the spread. The fact that it's in that immediate past, to me, tells me that you've been really, maybe for some of you, really struggling to regain your confidence, struggling a little bit to regain your creative side, because it is that Leo energy. But it's like you really do desire that rebirth. You desire that new energy, and more positive things coming through. And look at that. We got the Magician card right on top. So this is Mercury energy, which is where what is traveling through your sign right now. And to me, this is all about you realize that you have to be the one that takes action. You're the one that's going to be, you know, taking all the resources, right? Your fire, your spirit, your thoughts, your action, and putting it all together for that positive shift. It's not that you expect someone else to come in and do it for you. You know that you've got to do it for yourself. So going forward in the immediate future, there's a little bit of procrastination. There's a little bit of fear of missing out. There's a fear of, you know, feeling like you're not getting everything that you need. You know, sort of like, well, things are, you know, so right now, but I'm really missing and wishing that I had that fourth cup to come in. Sometimes that's an energy of taking things for granted, but Cancer, what I'm feeling more for you right now is that it's sort of like you don't want to get into that feeling of procrastinating for too long or putting off your action for too long, because you already know some of the things that you need to do. You know that you need to kind of get up and leave that, you know, place of, you know, discontentment. It's sort of like, but you've been waiting on something to come in, and if it's just not coming in, Cancer, it might be time to get up from under, or out from under that tree, and start doing some things just for yourself or on your own. Yeah, because you're struggling with that. Look at that Five of Wands. It's like you're really having a conflict over it. I feel a little bit of should I wait it out and see if that cup comes in, or should I hang out? You know, should I just get over it and move past it and say, to heck with it, I'll you know, take some action on my own. You might want to do that, because there's some conflict and frustration that's coming in around that. So definitely might want to think about that. So Cancer, here in what you're focused on, what's in your subconscious, is the Ten of Cups. So you are, yet again, you're very focused on these positives. This again is your own energy, because it's the cups. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That could mean something to you or not. But it is about being focused very much on, you know, I really want the happy outcome. I want the happy home. I want to feel content and stable within my emotional life. You know, so that's really what you're focused on right now and reviewing in your subconscious mind. Oh, Cancer. Four of Cups came up again. So here it is. It's like, you know what you want, right? But this is that, like, it's that procrastination, it's indecisions, and that's a little bit of taking your current situation for granted and really being frustrated with it. It's like, you know that there's something better. You know that there's something more. But you're feeling frustrated with what you have right now. Part of getting through this Four of Cups energy, the fact that's come up twice, is really telling me a lot here. So it's really, yeah, I mean, I love this. I love the Modern Witch. She's got the shirt. It says over it, because I'm over it, and you're feeling over it. It's like, I'm so sick of sitting here waiting, like, for my life to begin. That's almost how that feels to me. You know what you want, and you know you have to take, action for it, but you're frustrated about it. You are having an argument, maybe on how to start, on what to do first. So Cancer, I know this is going to sound so Virgo-y, Capricornish of me, but it might be time to just make a list. You know, start making a list. What do I want? How do I feel like I can get it? And what are the small steps that I can at least start taking right now, even if I can't make major, steps yet? On the top, message from Spirit, crowning the spread, is the Chariot. This is your card, Cancer. This is the Cancer card. So to me, this is a very strong message from Spirit telling you to step into your power. That's that Lioness energy coming in, right? You know, embrace who you are. Don't look at the so-called imperfections. The imperfections are what make you amazing and beautiful and unique. This is all about balancing those emotions, right? Those deep emotions. That is the light and the dark, the Sphinx of wisdom and knowledge. The Chariot is an interesting card because it's like he's moving forward in knowledge and understanding, but the knowledge and understanding coming through is very much about you know, mastery of the emotions, mastery of, you know, for Cancer, it's those mood swings. You know, you are moon ruled, so you do go through those ups and downs. When the moon is in a different sign, right? When the moon is in a more upbeat, positive sign like Leo, you might be feeling like I'm having a great day. And then when it's in a more heavy, deep, mysterious sign, you know, like Scorpio, you might be like, oh, I just don't want to deal with anyone. So it's honoring your own emotions and where you go and where you come from. Oh my goodness. So let's get a card on that. Yes, Page of Cups, because new energy, new emotion is required here. Yet again, your own energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, with that water sign coming in. Really feel the Pisces though, because she has the little fish in the cup. To me, many times that's a romantic message, an emotional message, something to do with the heart. Sometimes that can even be somebody coming back in to say they're sorry about something where they've really messed up or really hurt you. So just take that as it resonates, Cancer. But let's get some advice for you. Let's see what comes up as how to approach all of this. Beautiful. Okay. Wow, Cancer, this is so nice. So suggested approach, not a surprise. We're doubling up on our magician here. We've got both of them from each deck coming out. So this is a big energy, right? This is about really you taking the initiative. I believe, Cancer, that it is better for you to go ahead and take the steps you're guided to take. Feel it from your intuition, feel it from your heart, because I get this feeling that for a lot of you out there, you've been sort of waiting for someone else to kind of be the thing that moves you forward, or their help to move you forward. And it's like, you don't really need their help. It'd be great if they want to help you, but you've got the power to do this. You've got the power to really make things happen. And you're starting to learn that, right? You're starting to learn that. And, you know, both the Magician cards, I love both of these for, you know, it's like, oh, so cute. You know, as above, so below, right? They wear the red and the white, the purity of intention. The red is the action being taken to get there. So it's really all about that. It's so much about that. And the infinity over the head, because it's a continuous flow of energy and dynamism. I absolutely believe, Cancer. You know, it's like, even if it just feels like it's not the right time quite yet, maybe give it a little time. After July 12th, we will be going forward with Mercury. That will feel definitely better. But either way, this month is a month of taking action, getting out from under that darn hanged place with that darn tree. And look at this. Yes, Ace of Swords on top of the Magician. This is clarity of mind. So Cancer, definite message here from Spirit. After that Mercury retrograde ends on July 12th, that's really time to start taking action. Mental clarity comes in. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, so there's a lot of air around that. What you need to know is, yes, look at this. King of Swords right here. More Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, more air energy, more clarity, more direction, taking charge, making those decisions from your mind as well as your heart. So that's very, very powerful right there. You may have some air sign folks in your life, you know, you may have those people, or you may have some air energy in your own chart. But I really feel that this is so much about you, like, taking control of your own destiny, not necessarily waiting for others to join your party. It's like, make your own party, have your own fun, do your own thing. If it's time to move, then it's time to move. And if you haven't been able to get other people to come along for the ride, heck with them. Leave them where they are. Let them stay under that tree. You've been under that tree long enough. And look at this, 10 of Pentacles on top of that King of Swords. So to me, it's like you need to know that it's time to make some decisions about your own happiness, about your own stability, because that 10 of Pentacles is very powerful. It's the happy home, the happy, life, the loyalty, the wisdom of the years coming through, right? And going into the hopes and fears, 6 of Pentacles, because this is really, to me, emotionally, that's kind of where you're at. This is that sense of nostalgia, remembering things, it's sentiment, it's, childhood memories, memories of home, whether they were good or bad or a mix of both, which I think they kind of are for most of us. But it's those memories. And it's also people coming back into your life, or reconciliations being a possibility. For some of you, you really don't want it. That's just like, no, I don't want anybody back from my past. For some of you, you really do, right? So take that as it resonates. But there's definitely that element of nostalgia, which we have talked about with Mercury being in your sign and being retrograde. That's a very nostalgic place for Mercury, no matter whether you're a Cancer or not. I think we are all feeling that right now. Ooh, that one's coming out. 4 of Wands. My goodness. So yeah, for some of you, this is twin flame soulmate partner, some kind of love partner that you really wanted to have that happy home with. That's a beautiful combination. So Cancer, for those of you that do want a reconciliation, it's very strongly favored, especially because look at the outcome. Got the 4 of Wands again. Look at that. So, it's a very possible outcome that you either reconnect with someone from your past, or for some of you, because of that Page of Wands with new energy coming in, this could be somebody you haven't yet met. Or maybe you're only just talking to them if you've met them online or something like that. But there is a very, very nice potential for a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, something that you can really build from, and someone you can build with. But it's really important that you kind of cultivate your own happiness right now. Cultivate your own energy, your own action. If good people come along and they want to get together with you and have that with you as well, but it's like we always do better when we're loving on ourselves first. That's always the best way. Look at the outcome. On top of that 4 of Wands, we have the Hierophant. So to me, this has the potential to go all the way. The Hierophant is, it's like the High Priest energy. It's very strong spiritual commitment, devotion, and secrets. But it's also about, making like those emotional commitments to other people. It's Taurus energy as well. It's very earthy. So, to me, even though the 4 of Wands is a fire energy, it has also that earthiness because it's grounded in the earth. It's, that happy home is grounded in stability. And so, Cancer, that's really the outcome that you're looking for. You want that stability. You want that grounding. You want that commitment. You want the marriage. You want the, whatever that means to you. You want that solid permanence and that feeling of like, yes, finally I can kind of rely on something here. Look at that. 2 of Cups is on the bottom of the Modern Witch deck. So very beautiful soul connections. And Temperance is on the bottom of the Rider-Waite. So we've got a lot of beautiful energies moving forward for you. A lot of, difficulty from the past being integrated so that it's not hurting you anymore. It's like that pain just becomes part of, the story that has helped to make you you and get you where you are, instead of it being the thing that defines you, right? So let's bring in, for a last bit of advice, last affirmation, I'm bringing in a card from the Witch's Wisdom and also from the Witch's Kitchen, which is a deck of herbs and spices and flowers, to see just kind of where you're at. We're right in that summer solstice, so I always like to get into a little bit of the Wiccan wisdom here with our solstices or equinoxes, the turning of the season, which you are all about, Cancer. So let's see what we've got for you. Love these cards. They're fun to shuffle. They actually just feel really good, I will say. Look at this. Ooh, yes. Herbal Kitchen came up. Wow, and this is the wisdom deck. This isn't even the kitchen one yet, and the kitchen card came up. So Cancer, look at that in the Alchemist. We had the Magician card come up twice for you, and the Magician is like the Alchemist. So wow, it might be literally time to get cooking, Cancer. If any of you like to cook or you enjoy time in the kitchen, that is a very healing place for you. And if any of you do candle magic or herbal magic, that is a perfect time as well to put those rituals to good use. Wow, so let's pull from the kitchen deck. I mean, we already got a kitchen card. Let's see what's coming through here. Oh yes, the yarrow is coming up for expulsion, and on the bottom we have mint for clarity. So beautiful. Again, we had that Ace of Swords in your reading, King of Swords in your reading, all about mental clarity. So to me, the yarrow, it's like this is about kicking out whatever is not good for you. That is purification, detox, release. And then the mint is for that clarity of mind and heart. I love it. Oh, Cancer. This is a great reading. Very nice messages coming through. I hope you have an amazing month of July, and I'll be seeing you back again on the Dragon channel for your full moon reading very, very soon. Take care, guys. Take care.